Alright guys, this is Charlie Barley. In this video, what I'm going to be doing is showing you guys the new ground up strategy that's built off of the Shadow Max system, the four-part algorithm. And what we're going to be doing is I've actually built inside of the software the algorithm's abilities to detect the lowest performing algorithms and bet only against the lowest performing algorithms. And in doing so, what I'm going to be showing you guys in this video is how well the consistency of its winning and the different kind of quote-unquote modes you can play in. You don't necessarily have to have a real stop win or stop loss because it wins so freaking much. And the reason is because of the way it's built. In every game that we play, 3 of the 4 algorithms always win. 3 of the 4 always win. So by betting against the lowest performing one, we have an amazing long-term shot to go. So you can have an algorithm, or any algorithm can start streakingly winning. We will always win those. All right. So anyway, guys, let me get to. Now, with that said, it doesn't mean it doesn't lose, guys. So always consider that. You don't ever want to think nothing's just forever. But it does win quite frequently a lot. I played this. I started my bankroll at 197, I think. And I finished. I got to a high of 435. Ended up losing $300 on a simple bet. Of which I ended up having a $100 chip, and I put 3 units down. Didn't even, for whatever, I don't even know how I even did the $100 chips, but ended up losing that bet. So that brought me down to where I'm at now, which is I think it's 130 or 130 something. So we're back down here, but this is actually good because I use these accounts. This is what I practice with. Like in the prior video, I showed you guys what the Chat GPT said about the analytics of it all, and I actually played it, and within, I would say, an hour and a half, I took it from 197 to 430-ish, 440, something along that line. All right, so let's go ahead and plug in, and this is the actual. Now I'm gonna have the words ground up written up here. I don't know why they're not even there, but this is the ground up. Now it's slightly different because it does have flat betting. Okay, so it's not like just a 1-2 progression all the time. There are a lot of moments where a singular game will only require 1 bet, and you're gonna see that. Just watch what I'm gonna do. This is just crazy. All right, all right, let's try and jump into a game. I actually had some system difficulties with this thing moving very, very slow, and it's because of my very, very old computer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's player, banker, player, banker, player. Let's submit this game, and then we have another player, and now we're waiting for the next 2 outcomes, and hopefully we get a chance to play. All right, so we had another player here. All right, so right now we have an outlier algorithm that is at 0% in this algorithm too, but we still have another 2 more hands to play before we know for sure. But we're just gonna wait. Well, right now it's waiting H2 advice. So we're waiting for the outcome to happen here, which is banker, it looks like. All right, so submit. All right, so banker came out. So you can see there is some type of time lapse. I'm going to try and be careful with this, guys, as best as I can. The moment I see an outcome, I'm gonna jump on it. But at least you guys can see I'm trying my best to keep this as authentic as possible. I'm sorry about the stream. This is actually pretty horrible. All right, so right now this is on a hand one observation. So what we have here are two algorithms that are tied for the lowest. So there's a tiebreaker scenario that's going on here, and hopefully we're able to get back into the game. There's a tie break scenario, so we're waiting for the next outcome. Hopefully we make it, but right now it looks like this thing is taking its time. Regardless of which, we'll continue to move on with the game. All right, so it looks like player was the outcome. All right, so we should be putting our chips on banker. All right, now even though this says $20, it's only based on the bankroll. I did not adjust any of this. This is based on, and all of these numbers are based on testing data, not anything real. So this is the one time where we actually do a singular 1 unit bet, 3 unit bet on banker on this game. This is looking probable, and we won on 2. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and give ourselves a win here. Click submit. And we're ready for the next outcome. So right now, algorithm 3 is the lowest performing algorithm. We are up $3, but 1 technical unit. Banker wins on a 9. All right, so we're gonna put 3 on player. And again, I'm doing a 3, 6, 5, 10 progression type, unless I have to only do a singular flat bet. And when that happens, the system will tell you. You just watch the system. And I think this is kind of bug free, guys. Like I've had to go around and around and around and around again with it. So it's looking very probable that I've cleared out all the bugs. All right. So that was a win. So right now, each one enter H2 to complete the game. So we're gonna wait for the next outcome to complete the game. You can see here that the bankroll went from 135 to 141. But this is what I mean. You could see how this, because we have a 3-to-1 advantage, this is the reason why this looks the way that it does. And it just didn't dawn on me until like a week ago. And even though what we were doing makes sense, it's the way you would bet it. You would bet it based on what's hot and probable, but giving the risk, it only makes sense to best bet against the lowest performance, because that means we're going to win one of these 3. We're going to be right in favor with whatever the outcome is by betting against that. Pretty smart stuff. All right, let's do a few more. So this is a tie. We don't play. Let's do a cancellation bet just in case. And this is called, again, the ground up. I call it the ground up because we're basing our algorithmic patterns against the lowest performing one. And when you have a 3-to-1 advantage, it only makes sense to do that. It only makes sense. So it just didn't dawn on me again till just recently. Not that what we were doing was wrong or it didn't work. It just makes more sense this way. All right, I think you guys, I think the sound is good. All right, good. So technically, I think we're up maybe 3 or 4 units. This would be maybe the third. And what you do is when you've gotten 3 units, you typically want to call it a shoe. Now, with that said, the way this thing is built, you can really kind of, all right, so that was a player. And we should do another double up on banker. You can play it out, which I think that's what we're going to do. We'll just play a shoe out. Let's just see what we can do. I'm not going to do like an hour and a half, 2 hour, not on this video. I can do more, but you'll see the longevity of it. It's pretty fantastic. But if you're in like a lock mode, the maximum that you'd want to go is 3. All right, so we should do 3 on, 6 on banker. All right. So if, let's say, so you see how this is active. This is the one we're betting that it doesn't get hit. Now, it doesn't mean that it can't get hit. So a lot of people are thinking, oh, I'll do this and it means it'll never get hit. No. So for example, like 1 could streak, 2 could streak, like, and you're actually streaking right now. And as long as that's the case, we'll always win. Okay, because that means the lowest is not winning. All right, so let's continue, submit the game. And this is on a standard mode. It's not on, let me just take it off because I don't know if that'll reset anything. It's on a standard mode because there's no locks right now. I don't see any locks. So we're on game 6. We're at 144. And you could just do this and you can see that. And here's the deal. If you want to do a demo, another demo, a free trial that is, using this system, I'll open it up for the free trial. So those who have a 24, if you did not register to be a user and you want another 24-hour on this system, I'm going to open it up for that. Okay. It may take me a day or so and you can get a demo in and just go all in. See how far you can take it, right? That's a 9. I saw that coming. And this is a 6 on banker. And these algorithms are actually performing right. That's good. All right. So this is really good. I finally got that thing to work. It takes a lot, man. I'm not even gonna hold you guys, right? It's a lot of work getting this stuff done, dealing with these algorithms. All right, what do we got here? 1 and banker. All right, so here is, no, go back. How do you go back? What is the go back button? Where is the go back button? Okay, so now we're missing the go back button. We were doing so well. We were doing so well. And now that algorithms, let me see here. Maybe I can do banker. Yep, I could do that. All right, so we're gonna do 5 here on banker. All right, cool. Just had to make sure my bearings were straight. All right. So even though we won on that one, we still are the lowest performing one. Okay. Even though, I mean, we didn't, the algo one, we lost, but the algo one, it's still the lowest. So we're still betting against it. And I think I got it on. Okay. So we got it on banker. So I did it at 5. All right. And then we'll drop back down to 3 on the next game. Sorry, so I don't know if you guys picked up what I did there. Like when the outcome came here, if you ever wanted to change it, it could be changed up here. I think it should be able to be changed here as well. That's the whole point of this. So I don't know what happened over here. There might be another bug we got to clean up. All right, so that's that. Let's wait for player. So see how that's not clicking through. That's okay. Maybe that's a bug. All right, so we won that one. And we wait for the next outcome. And then we'll push this up to 3 units. Well, we'll pull it down to the minimum. So when you're testing it, guys, what you want to look for is the consistency. The consistency of wins versus losses. How often does it win consecutively? Because if you know that something, lose. If something loses only once, twice at the most consecutively, then that's where your leverage points are, and that's where you can do your gambling if that's what you want to do. You just want to do it where you have the most leverage. Player, that's a 3, and then we're gonna go 6 on banker. Go 6 on banker. You just want to do it where you have the most leverage. Now, there are other ways that we could even further tighten this, but you kind of get the drift. You see how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think, well, they gave us 1 unit, but we're counting 3. 3 units is a unit. All right, so this looks good so far, and we have a tie. And rebet. All right. So again, you just want to look at, so this is again not an hour-long video of playing, but when you do your demo, what you want to look for is consistency rate of win. I haven't really narrowed down like a straight up what we should do in terms of so banker 1. And again, this is all being built off of, you can see the principles that I'm using in order to make this happen. So I don't want to put any kind of barriers on the process just yet, especially not in the demo mode. So if you want to use the demo, try this out on your demo, or even if you're already an Access user, you'll have access to it anyway. But I'm going to also allow it to be used in the demo. Okay, so once you've done it in the demo, the only access you can get to it will be after the demo. All right, you have to become a full user. But this thing is powerful. I think you guys can kind of see that in action. But I wanted to show you guys what this is all about. Give me another day to make sure that I have cleared all the bugs. But you can sign up for the demo, and when it is ready, you can, I will, number one, if you've tried this before, I will reset your demo for you. I'll also send you an email letting you know I did that, so check it out. Also, check out your promotions tab. So you may be under, you may be getting my emails under promotions tab in Gmail. Check that out. Check your spam. But I'm going to make sure you get these emails, and you can do a whole new 24-hour trial. When you're doing it under this ground up, right? When you're doing it under this one, it's not the same as live trading. Ground up is different in terms of how the algos work. So it's gonna be written. It's written different. It's gonna behave different. But you can see how I was able to win 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games consecutively, right? Because of that. Well, we lost 1, but you can kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about. So anyway, guys, go to Shadow Max Trading. The site maintenance, I still have a couple more bugs I'm trying to clear out. So even though for the most part everything is okay until this is down, I would say just go at this at your own risk. It should work for the most part, but I don't know if there are any bugs. I'm still doing, and the reason why there are bugs is because when I created that ground up strategy, the way that the algorithms work, they intertwine, and then that's what created some of the bugs that we have. So I'm in the process of cleaning it up. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for listening. ShadowMaxTrading.com. Go there, sign up. Give me less than 24 hours before you sign up for a demo. And if you're watching this, if you've already done a demo and you want to do a demo on that ground up thing just to see how many units you can get, how frequent it works, because of the theory holds true. We showed you ChatGPT, and I'm telling you, it's better than what we're currently doing. And as you can see, I'll try and do more videos like that, but you can sign up for the free demo. When you do the demo, don't try to do it for $1,000 a pop. Do it at a low amount. You want to see if it works. When you know it works, that's when you could put the money behind it. The only thing I'm doing is just making this better and better and better and better. ShadowMaxTrading.com. Go there, register. Like to work with you guys. Thank you so much for listening. Until the next time, take care.